Good morning, everyone. Happy, what is today? Sunday, right? I can never remember what day it is when I say that. What the fuck day is it? It's the 11th already. Holy shit. Man. I got a dentist appointment on Wednesday. Nobody cares about that. Yeah, good morning, everyone. Who do we got in the chat? CG2, good morning. Tommy Sticks, good morning. I was listening. I know you've seen my comments, but I was on the pay no mind list this morning because I was late, so I get it. Plus, I didn't do my show, so I already knew I was going to be on the pay no mind list. You're kind of late today. Blue balls, rough night. No, I stayed up late, and I was on. I went on Slim's panel, so I already knew I wasn't going to do my show. I stayed up till 10 o'clock last night, which is basically 2 o'clock in the morning. For that, 10 o'clock at night is like closing the bar down for a normal person if I stay up that late. So yeah, I slept until like 4 something, which is like sleeping until 10 for this guy. So I was listening to Tommy and was making strawberry shortcakes and Dubai strawberry cups and prepping my chocolate strawberries, which I'm going to dip after the show because I'm going out to sell today. So, yeah, that's what I got going on. The Bills are playing today, 10 p.m. You filthy animal. I know, right? I did feel like a filthy animal. Sweet Tea jumped in the chat last night. She's like, "Are you doing your show in the morning?" I was like, "No." It's like there's not a chance. So it was cool. I got some good sleep. So, did you guys see the Packers game yesterday? Yikes. What is going on with that guy? Hold on. This is the kicker for the Packers when he was with the Broncos before he came to the Packers. They decided to sign this guy. Monday Night Football at 17-17 in the fourth quarter with 4 seconds left to go, and he's got a chip shot. Or no, I think it's like a 45-yarder. So it's a decent 45 yards, not a chip shot.
Field goals. Aaron Brewer will snap it. Britton Colquitt will hold it. And the right foot of Brandon McManus can send the Denver Broncos to the play.
Come on, man. You can win the game here. Let's do this.
Playoffs. From 45 for the win. Oh, it's not even close. It missed the net.
What the?
And we will go to overtime. Field goals.
He missed the net, Thindu.
Win. Oh, it's not even close. It missed the net.
The fuck? How do you miss the net from 45? I can understand if it was 60. But damn. And so that's who they signed. Toro, good morning. Good to see you. Patty, good to see you. Hello. Yeah, yikes. So that's who they decided to sign. Because I guess the field goals was a factor yesterday. This is some lady watching the game yesterday.
Jacobs the back.
Oh my God.
Love throwing. Open court Dobbs. On the ground. Swift. Can he get into the end zone? He can't. Olamide Zacchaeus into the end zone. Beating furiously. Moving guys around. Fires to the end zone. And it is broken up. The Bears win it in a crazy way.
We've all been there. We've all felt that pain. You can tell she better than game. Yeah, she's been there, done that. We've all been there. So what else do I got here on the football thing? This is one of the plays last night.
The helmet clips the ball. He clearly boosts it, but Dobbs ends up coming in right there. But it doesn't matter. It's going to come back to the spot. Take a look right here. The helmet clips the ball. He clearly boosts it, but Dobbs ends up coming in right there. But it doesn't matter. It's going to.
That's a pretty good fucking camera angle.
The helmet clips the ball. He clearly boosts it, but Dobbs ends up coming in.
You know, it's pretty crazy because if in order to affect games, you know, and I know they can affect the games and stuff like that, but damn, you know, there's that is no joke. Some of that stuff, like you could say, oh, you know, he probably did that to get paid off to drop the ball at the goal line, or it could be because his forearm just got crushed by a helmet, or you know what I mean? Like, good Lord, yikes! That's I'm good on all of that. Every single play, every single moment on any field or court today is suspect due to prop bet. Yeah, prop bet sports has been hijacked. Exactly, and that's why, like, this is a play, like, you know. And this is why I believe the AI is coming and stuff like that, because even with this, you know, it's like, what did we just see? Let's watch it again. I mean, it's kind of even, it's a great camera angle.
Take a look right here.
It's hard to tell. It kind of looks like he misses everything. Now he definitely gets the ball. Look at that, man. That's crazy. Crazy footage that I can even do this with my shitty little Chromebook.
The helmet clips the ball. He clearly boosts it, but Dobbs.
And that guy just coming down. He don't even know which way he's coming down.
Ends up coming in, but Dobbs ends up coming in right there. But it doesn't matter. It's going to come back to the spot.
That's wild. Wild stuff. It's blatant, cannot be proven, but it's blatant. Yep. No, 100%, Tommy. And that's why they're able to get away with it, right? Because it's like we know, but we don't know, like Candace would say. It's like everybody knows, but you can't prove it. So it continues. And it's you know, it's the definition of a hustle. You know, a true hustler will make you think that you can beat him. And you will, you know what I mean? Like, you want to beat that motherfucker so bad, and he makes you think you can beat him because he just beats you enough. here, you can win. We'll let you win these little small bets, but when it counts, I mean, that's just like playing poker. It's the battle of the big bets. That's really what it comes down to. Who is going to win the big pots? That's going to determine who comes out ahead. Fuck all the little shit. It's crazy. It's it's big money. Big money. It's not that it's just big money. It's big everything. It's big business. It's shifts public opinion. It's so powerful. You know what I mean? They can implement things in the commercial. We all know what it is. Let's see here. She's in the VIP room. Sports betting has been around forever, though. Like in boxing, we all kind of knew. I wonder what happened making it legal. Yes, absolutely. That it is the making it legal, and then the apps, the online gambling, because now there's real time. For example, let's say that the Bills, I think, are favored by 1 today. Okay. And then in the first quarter, the Jaguars score first. So now it's 7-0 Jaguars. The line will change to where the Jaguars will be favored by 3. And then you can bet on that. And so they'll move it. Or the money line will change. The Bills will start out at, say, minus 130. And based on the score, they could go up to plus whatever. And you can catch. It's almost like the stock market. You can catch it at the right time. If the Bills are, Thindu is so dialed into the Bills, like if he was doing that and he knows that the Bills, how they play late in the game, and they're down by 14 in the beginning of the fourth quarter, that might be an opportunity for, they get crazy with that shit. So it's like they basically have turned it into almost a slot machine, back when, Tommy was doing it. It was call in the bets. Everybody knows what it is. And then that's it. You might get more calls later in the day for more games that kick off at a different time, but there's no okay, this is what the line is now. Blah, blah, blah. They don't have 100 guys on the phones, a Jerry Lewis telethon. But now with the apps, it's completely different. It's the amount of money that they can make. It's kind of like when they went to a penny slot machine versus the old school dollar slot machines. The amount of money that they started making off the penny slot machines was insane. And now, it doesn't matter if it's a penny slot machine or not. You can still bet $20-$30 on that motherfucker if you want to. So, or more. I think 30 is the limit here right now. It became legal so the states get the tax revenue. Yes. And it is a state thing now. It's a state by state here. Washington State, where I live, is the last. It's literally going to be the last state to go online because of we have 29 tribes here in Washington State, and they're fighting it in court tooth and nail, which the state is on board with because they make enough money off of the tribes casinos the way they are. But eventually, and they are already talking about it, that and just because nobody's coming to the casinos anymore, the thrill is gone. I don't know about you guys, but 20 years ago, if it was a Friday or Saturday night, good chance, at least more than once a month, you can find me at the casino. You find me there on a holiday these days, you know what I mean? And if I lose, I'm pissed off. It's not the same as it used to be. But when they go online, I think it's going to be, there will be a little bit of, because right now, they can't advertise it nationally, say on YouTube or Facebook or whatever, because you can't do it in Washington State. You can't do it in a couple of other states. But when it's blanket across the board that everybody can bet online, then apps like YouTube and Facebook and, it really could come down to, say Tommy has the social club going and he could have a sponsor where, he's got DraftKings as a sponsor, because a lot of people will have like those sport, and it's more and more every day. People are advertising sport betting apps. But what it's going to be, in say 5 years, is you'll see an actual like slot machine reel spinning in the corner, like a little tiny one, and then you can click on that and it just will direct you, the call to action button straight to the casino. They can't really do that right now because a lot of people can't, gamble online, but eventually that's what it's going to be. And that's when the problems are going to really start, Can you imagine watching, the social club or this show, you get bored and then you just see the little icon. You're like, fuck it, just listen to Jason and put $100 in here, all of a sudden it costs you, $300 while you're listening to the show. It's not good. Sorry, I'm not reading the chat. Bushwhacker. Must be talking about the kicker. Yes. Making it easy. So yeah, we read that one. Sorry about that. Got a new tablet and I keep on falling about 5 minutes behind. That's all right, Toro. I get it. I was on the pay no mind list on Tommy's show today. So I understand. That makes sense. There is way more money involved now. 100% there is. Lots of money. And the amount of money that it's just constant. On a day like today, and today's not even like the best example, but the amount of money that's going to be coming in to the sports betting world today is absolutely astronomical. You know what I mean? It's crazy money. And we've all seen it. You go to the casino and, well, at least here, other states where you can bet online, you're not going to see this because you can just do it on your phone. But here, like on this morning when, it's 6:18 a.m. here now, say like I think that first game kicks off at 10, the Bills game. By like, even now, the casino, there's going to be lines of people at those kiosks. And I think they have 40 of them at the casino down the road. 40 kiosks, plus the actual sports betting lounge with the counter, And it's still filled up. It didn't hurt casino gambling here, nor did it stop illegal bookmaking. Well, yeah. And, it really kind of depends on area to area, too, because there's certain areas like over there, I would imagine that, if you did like a per capita, the amount of people that bet per capita is a lot higher over there than it would be in certain areas like, say, the Midwest, or I'm just guessing, look at Thing Dude. Like, he loves the numbers, like it's just like it's like part of the culture in certain areas to do certain things like that. Like, and I even heard Joey Merlino say one time, like, who doesn't love to gamble? And it's true. Like, who, even Thing Dude will tell you, like, Mossada, he ignores everyone, very ignorant. Even Thing Dude will tell you, is sour of a taste that you get in your mouth and don't even want to fucking bet $1, could give a fuck less about that damn fucking casino, then, give it a couple months. And then it's just, then it'd be like, you know what? This and that. I'm going to go to, it just happens. It goes in, it's a cycle. And that's the way that it should be. But when it goes, 24/7 on your phone, I'm trying to wean my goddaughter off this FanDuel Sporting. She has it on her phone and I'm telling her about all that money she could be saving opposed to losing. Yeah, that's good, Toro. Same here, like my son, when he told me, he was going to the casino because he lives in Oregon, the state below me in Eastern Oregon. So he's quite a ways away. He said that they were going to the casino out there. I gave him a talk. It didn't, and nobody can yeah, and it's not a good idea to gamble. So he doesn't go to the casino. Shut up, you, he says. Fluffy. Mossada, he pretends not to see you. Toro, all the young people in my fam use the apps too much. They won't listen. And see, this is going to be the problem. And this is why the people that run those apps, whoever they are, part of the global mafia cabal, Jewish cabal, whatever the fuck they are, whoever fucking backs all of these casinos in Vegas and, whoever it is, they are, I watched this show on Joe Rogan. There was a guy and he talked about there's a casino that's not open to the public in Las Vegas where it is, that's where they do their R&D and all this kind of stuff. And it's very sophisticated. It's military grade science when it comes to slot machines and the addiction of slot machines and how they addicted everybody to slot machines over the last 20 years. But now you have the cell phone. There's no, put it this way, there's no new slot machine that they could come out with that could be better than anything that's on people's phones, especially if you go below a certain age. Now, maybe for a 70-year-old geriatric, sorry if anybody's 70 in the chat, I don't mean that, I'm just saying, like, slot machine players are basically, like senior citizens. And you can maybe convince them like, oh, we'll give you some more rewards points or this or that. That's not going to even register on the radar of those younger guys. They don't care. And you're not going to get them to go play the slot machines. They're not going to. Nor do they want to play blackjack or roulette or craps. But they will gamble on virtual racing. They will risk their entire life on the fact that they're the best person on Call of Duty. And so that's where the gambling is going to come in, is in the video games. They're betting on virtual NASCAR and virtual everything. There's all kinds of weird things. There's this poly market thing. I don't know exactly what it is, but like somebody bet $300,000 on if a gay couple was going to be kissing on New Year's Eve. So, it's just like anything. It's like any other bet. Like if you could control whether a penny could be heads or tails, if you could control that, and then you just have the whole world, and nobody in the world knew that. You have the whole world bet whether it's going to be heads or tails. And then obviously the side that had the most money bet on it, that's the side you would want to lose. And that's really the basic principle of every sports bet ever made. And that's the reality of it, is that they can control whether it's going to be heads or tails. When they have so many ways of doing it at their disposal. Military style, government style, however you want to put it, and I don't think people can accept that. I don't think a lot of people can accept that. But that is what is, fundamentally wrong with sports betting, is that it is crooked at its core, is that they can control whether it's heads or tails. If they couldn't, and it was just based on the 10% VIG, it would be a completely different story. We wouldn't even be having this conversation. They wouldn't be talking about none of this stuff. There would be no need for AI referees. But it all comes down to the fact that they can control the heads or tails outcome. And then from there, the narratives and the stories have to spin. And then that's where you get all this stuff. Because they have to keep, that hidden. The fact that they control the heads or tails. And then, it's just like, Robert De Niro said in Casino, after all the glitter, the glitz and the glamour and the lights and everything's gone, it's all about the money. All of that is designed to take your money. Your kid's college tuition, your life savings, everything. That's what it's for. Damn, look at all these fucking chats. I just start staring at the wall and talking. I'm like, we have it right here at the Meadowlands. The sports book is at the racetrack. Hold on, I need to drink some coffee. It's nuts because you used to meet people in that same place to collect the illegal proceedings from sports. Wow. I bet those were the days right there. Bet there were some interesting conversations at the Meadowlands back then, you know what I mean? Some, man, I don't have your money. Can I have another week? Double or nothing. I don't know if that's allowed or not. Can we go best 2 out of 3, double or nothing? Patty, it's not costing me any money. I'm just passing a lifelong lesson that was taught to me a long time ago. Yeah. Toro, it's worth it. It's worth to even maybe make somebody unhappy with you for a while. Because, and I said this before, like the first content that I ever made on YouTube, like real content that I was passionate about, was about exposing the dangers of online gambling. I mean, I made a whole bunch of videos about that. I went on about how people, statistics about people in Europe that were offing themselves because they lost everything gambling. It happened in India. It happened in Australia. All kinds of stories about it. It's just not good. It's not good to be able to have a dealer and a slot machine at your disposal 24 hours a day, even when you're sitting on the toilet. You know what I mean? Like you wake up in the middle of the night, you can't sleep. And instead of, just drinking some water or smoking a bowl like a normal person, I don't know if you guys do that. That's what I do. I know what I'll do. Let me just play the slot machine real quick. I'm fucking still half of fucking asleep. And then you wake up at 6 a.m. going, what the fuck did I do? I needed that money. There's things like that will happen. It's just not good. It's not good to have, it's just not good. The electric is being turned off so they can work on the grid. My ass will be parked at Hard Rock in front of my favorite machine. I will have $100 to waste. I'll let you know if I win the jackpot. Yep. The electric is being parked. Is this like for real, Patty? That's what you're doing? Okay. I mean, yeah, no, I hope you do win. So they did turn the electric off really to work on the grid. Interesting. And so you can be parked at the Hard Rock in front of your favorite. Oh, in front of my favorite machines. So you're going to be inside the Hard Rock. Okay. Gotcha. Well, yes, good luck and have fun. We all like to go play the slot machines once in a while. I do too. I go play once in a while. But if I lose $100, then I gotta just tell myself, Jason, just calm down, just walk out the door. Don't say nothing to the security guard. It's not his fault. Just keep your head down, grab your keys. Don't karate chop, open the door like you want to. Don't do a spinning back kick on the door on the way out. You know what I mean? Just play it cool. Mossada, is it true that the tribes own all of the Hard Rock casinos? I think so. Isn't that the Seminole tribe? Let me ask. I know they do. I know it is a tribe, but let's see. Who owns all the Hard Rock casinos? It didn't understand my question. Hold on. Who owns all of the Hard Rock casinos? Yeah, it's the primary owner is the Seminole tribe of Florida. They bought the Hard Rock International in 2007, owned the global brand. that includes most Hard Rock casinos. Exceptions, special cases, Hard Rock Las Vegas, now resort. The land and buildings are owned by the VICI Properties, a real estate investment trust. So yeah, but mostly it's the Seminole. You know, when you're talking about that type of money, there's always going to be the people that the face of the company that, you know, get a percentage of the money. But then if you really look at it, there's a couple of other really big players involved in there. You know what I mean? Like the government and others, we'll just say others are involved. You know what I mean? Like you can talk about like, what's her name? Madeline Adelson and her husband that own, I think, the Sands Resorts. You know, she was the biggest donor to Trump, just handing him $250 million like it's candy. You're insulting Thindu with that geriatric comment. He's 96 months away from 70. Holy shit. Thindu, are you 69 already? I didn't know that. Well, I just Googled Tommy and it said he only has 9 digits. Incredible news. Oh, shit. Wow, not 9.5 digits. It says 9, huh? James, what's going down? Good morning or good evening to you. 9.25, Tommy says. 9.25. 9 and a Q. That's what we used to say on the dice table. 2 and a Q. Man, I'll never forget when I had a professional baseball player, retired baseball player at my table. And the casino manager, let's just call him Sam Rothstein, standing right behind me. And I'm on base and I need to pay. There it is a $225 payout that shouldn't get paid out. And I can't remember the scenario. A bet's a bet, and it's pretty much clear cut and dry. But there's just certain times, like if the die is cocked or just, I don't know, you got to look at the box. The box person makes the call, the guy sitting down at the dice table. I just happen to have the casino manager standing right behind me. And we have a professional baseball player, Mike Blowers, who's the first baseman for the Seattle Mariners. He did Mariners TV and radio at the time. And very good tipper, very good friend of mine. And it doesn't matter how good a friend he is of yours, you don't pay out bets that aren't supposed to get paid. Well, I can't remember exactly what happened. It was questionable, but questionable at best. And I already knew what time it was. And all I did, normally I'll look at the box. I turned around and I looked at, his name was John Pozak. Send it. And I go, 2 and a Q. And just cut out $225 in green chips. And I just remember saying that. It's the first time I ever said that. I don't know why. He just scared that fucking term out of my fucking soul. 2 and a Q. It's just not something you really say on a fucking dice table. It just put me in a really bad situation. But when the casino manager's right there and he can handle surveillance or any fucking whatever, you know what I mean? Like, it was just one of the things that you deal with in the casino. Fluffy, who the fungu you talking about? Are you going to read the chat or just keep talking? Shut up, he says. My bad. You guys want to come up for a minute? Yep, that's what I'm doing. It's happening on Wednesday. Wow, let me catch up. Donna's doing it. Good morning. Good to see you. Hollywood, what's up? How are you, sir? Good to see you. Wow, I'm way behind in the chat. That's what Thindu always says. Now I understand, because I'll be looking at the chat and watching Thindu on there and be like, what the fungu is he doing? He is slower, and now look at me. I'm all behind. I get it now. I give him a pass now. The finger is good for picking the nose. Yes, Patty. The trouble is, I would have to have it on. I'm not sure what that is. The Bills are on at 10 a.m. The Bills are on in 3 hours and 23 minutes and 32 seconds. And we are all so excited. Some of us for other reasons. You know what I mean? Maybe I should go put $5 on the Bills. You know what I'll do? I think what I'll do to double jinx it, I think I'll go put $5 on the Bills and $5 on the Jaguars. And I'll end up losing like 32 cents. But that should be enough to fuck the whole game up, I would imagine. Let me think about that for a minute. Let me see here. Grateful, good to see you. Do you not have a wrench? I need to get you a wrench. Why don't you have a wrench? I can tell now on StreamYard if you don't have a wrench. Wow, sound like a dork. And there's there you go. So happy the Bears won. So you're a Bears fan? You know who I felt bad for yesterday was Slim. That game with the Panthers and who did the Panthers play? That game was back and forth and back and forth. And poor Slim, I was watching him. He was yes and no and yes and no. And fuck. I mean, they had it. It was like literally down to like less than a minute, I think, and his team was winning. And they just couldn't stop those guys. I don't know. I didn't watch it. I was just watching Slim. The Rams. Thank you, Toro. The Rams come through against Carolina. That sucks. I know Sweet Tea and Slim are both from that area, I think. The Jaguars. You're a Bears, Lions, and Broncos fans. Well, the Broncos are still in it too, aren't they? So, do I have any more football? Watch that one. Before I get to all my crazy videos here. Man, I got Egyptian pyramids up in here today. Jesus. Trump. You guys heard what Trump said about Greenland, right? Guess I don't have any more football videos. I thought I had more football videos. Coach Colin. Bum, 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 bum. All right. Well, we're going to watch this real quick. This is great. This is a hockey game, and there is an all-out brawl for this hockey game, but it's just little kids fighting. Thing, dude, you're going to love this. You can have Enzo out there. They were straight up brawling. That one kid came in flying. He's like, get off my fucking teammate. They were all fucking going at it. Let's see here. Yes, they are a bye week. Who's got so the Hawks got a bye, and who's the other team that has a bye? There goes Enzo now. Yep, Tinder's gonna have Enzo out there throwing blows. Yes, I'm telling you, Canada is freaked out over the Greenland comment, thinking they are next. It's all very wild, CG2. Hopefully Trump is going to take over the UK. So now we have UK citizens actually wanting Trump to take over their country. So that's how bad the world's gotten. And Joe agrees. So both Joe and James, who are from the UK, right, want Trump to take over because it's that bad in your country right now. Keir Starmer. What would you want to happen to Keir Starmer if you could? Isn't he your president? What would you want to happen to him? Would you want him to be executed, imprisoned, or turned into a woman? Because he's basically looks like a woman anyways, doesn't he? He looks like he kind of looks like he has a Bill Gates kind of build with a square head. He looks like a trans Max Headroom, something like that. The world is a crazy place for sure. He kind of looks like a trans Max Headroom. I don't know. He's a creep. I don't know nothing about the UK. I don't know if London's the capital and UK is the country. And then you have Ireland is right there. And you're kind of close to, you're like, France is off your coast. But then there's Scotland or somewhere's up there, right? Where the hell's Scotland at? Man, now come to think of it, I don't remember seeing Scotland on my GeoChamp. They didn't ever ask me about Scotland. Is Scotland even a country anymore? What happened to Scotland? The fuck is Scotland at? Why did I not get Scotland on the GeoChamp questions? Did they get rid of Scotland? Patty, where's Scotland at? What the fuck did they do with Scotland? Gen X, good morning. Good to see you. I wake up to trans Max Headroom. Yeah, that's Keir Starmer. The UK is similar to Minnesota, California, Washington, and Oregon. Damn. So it's all those combined. Well, that's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Let me get back to the top here. Oh boy, we got what's his name? Kanye West. And you remember they tried to make Kanye West so crazy? Kanye West isn't crazy. The world is crazy, just like CG2 said. And the puppet masters are really crazy. Then answer to where is Scotland is in the bottom of your next bowl. Okay, Patty, I'll find it in there, right? You know what? Let me get to Google real quick. Motherfucker, there it is. I knew what? So Glasgow, Edinburgh. Yeah, they didn't give me Scotland on the map. It's very interesting, but it is in the UK. So is Scotland part of the United Kingdom? Scotland is, here we go. Scotland is the north of the UK, comprising England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. Northern Ireland. So there's a part of Ireland that isn't considered the UK? Is that what we're going with? Yes, the south of Ireland, known as the Republic of Ireland, is a separate independent country and is not part of the UK. Only the northeastern part of the island, Northern Ireland, remains within the United Kingdom. The island of Ireland is divided into two political entities: the Republic of Ireland, most of the island, and Northern Ireland to the northeast portion. Wow. Interesting. So that's why they had like all those wars and stuff with, wasn't there like a basically like civil war between the two? Very interesting. That's a lot of history there. A lot of history. Okay, let's listen to Kanye West real quick.
Everybody's trying to charge. I don't give how much you sold. If you playing on radio, are you connecting? Picasso is dead. Steve Jobs is dead. Walt Disney is dead. Name somebody living that you can name in the same breath as them. Don't tell me about being likable. We got 100 years here. We're one race, the human race, one civilization. We're a blip in the existence of the universe. And we constantly trying to pull each other down, not doing things to help each other. That's my point. It's like I'm shaking talking about, I know it's daytime TV, but I feel that I can make a difference while I'm here. I feel that I can make things better through my skill set. My skills, I'm an artist. 5 years old, art school, PhD, Art Institute of Chicago. I am an artist. I have a condition called synesthesia where I see sounds. I see them. Everything that I sonically make is a painting. I see it. I see the importance. I see the importance and the value of everyone being able to experience a more beautiful life. Everybody's trying to charge. I don't give
Optimus will be a better surgeon than the best surgeons. How long for that?
3 years.
3 years. Okay. Yeah. And by the way, that's
I'd say 3 years. 3 years at scale.
Yes.
Meaning there'll probably be more Optimus robots that are great surgeons than there are all surgeons on Earth.
And the cost of that, but that's an important statement in 3 years' time.
Yeah.
Because medicine, I mean,
I'm not like absolutely certain, but I'd say if you say like 4 years, I'd be absolutely
if it's 4 or 5 years, who cares? That's still an
extreme precision.
Yes.
3 years. Yes. Better than any, probably, I'd say if you like put a little margin on it, better than any human in 4 years.
Who's in plastic surgery.
By 5 years, it's not even close.
I think your point was medicine is going to be effectively free. The best medicine in the world.
Everyone will have access to medical care that is better than what the president receives right now.
So don't go to medical school.
Yes, pointless. Yeah. I mean, unless you, but I would say that applies to any form of education. Is it's not like some. I do it for social reasons.
Yeah,
you're not going to medical school.
If you want to hang out with like-minded people, I suppose. Yeah.
Oh, we are on the mute minute. Okay, yes, thank you. We did the mute minute. This is the mute minute, Patty. I was just talking away. Kanye is a cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Yep, we got the mute minute for sure. Thank you, Toro. It happens every show. I don't even know what you guys heard or didn't hear, but I was basically saying that you heard it from Elon here that the only reason to go to medical school now is if you want to hang out with like-minded people for social reasons, to be able to have the ability to talk about medicine because your services are no longer needed. And, a lot of people have heard that, and a lot more people are going to hear that all the jobs are going away. And it's just crazy, He's saying within, 3 to 5 years, the medical field is no longer, you don't need to go to medical school. That's pointless, which is crazy, But at the same time, when it comes to, it's wild though, because even AI can be manipulated by humans. So, let's say that AI is, they purposely keep us all sick right now, just a little sick and a little depressed so they can, medicate us and make money off of us. I feel like they'll just do the same thing with AI. It's not like they're going to program AI to make us all like just feel wonderful and not need, any services from the government. I mean, it doesn't work that way. I don't know. Which I want to play. Oh, I didn't remember seeing these one. Oh, we've seen that one. We didn't see this one, I don't think. What was this? This one was hard to watch. This was another play from Green Bay and Chicago.
Love will go to the air and dumps it off to an eligible lineman. Look at it. And then the ball comes loose. And the Bears thought they had it for a moment, and then it goes out of bounds.
Yikes. What a rough game that was, huh? I was thinking about 10 years away, rural areas won't have access. Yeah, it definitely will rapidly expand. You should see how big the Tesla factory is, 2,500 acre and expanding. Yes, and the data facilities, too, are just crazy big. They take up acres and acres and acres. It is wild. I don't even care about that one. This guy on Wheel of Fortune.
Wow.
L.
Yeah, 4 L's. Pick that up, turn it over, lay it down right over that London trip down there. 650.
Y.
There's a Y. 500.
G.
1 G. 700.
C.
Yeah, there are 2 C's. Wow. Okay.
I solved.
Oh, that'd be a good idea, yeah.
Mythological hero Achilles.
You can't accept that.
Okay.
Shelby.
I'll solve.
Yeah.
Mythological hero Achilles.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, boy. Well, when it comes to names, you have to just go with the name. And even though the letters are up there, because you have.
What are you doing, man? The fuck? What are you even studying at in Indiana? Come on, man. Achilles? What the fuck? I don't even know nothing about Achilles. You know what I mean? The Achilles heel. Wasn't that something to do with Troy and Alexander the Great or some bullshit? Wasn't that Brad Pitt? I have no idea, but at least I know how to say the name. My God. Achilles? What the? West Indian. That's what. Yeah. Achilles. Damn. Well, so much for the HB1 HB whatever the Genius Bill, I guess. This is just classic.
La France salue avec respect et gravité les morts des autres nations que jadis elle a combattues.
Classic Trump right there. This is wild. This guy was on Joe Rogan and he built these AI glasses. This is crazy. The Eagle Eye AI helmet.
You're going to notice a drone picks up a guy behind that container over there. And what's going to happen is when he walks behind that container, I'm able to continue to see where he is and what he's doing. So here's Ghost X is the drone that's watching. So just watch for a moment. So the blue force is my friendlies. So see that little right-hand corner where it sees behind the containers? They're tracking where the bad guy is. They're tracking where my guys are. And then watch when they go behind the container. So I can actually see through it and watch. Now they're engaging the guy over there, and he's down.
Wow.
So this is a system that allows everybody to basically be operating as one combined hive mind where you can all share a view of the world. And by the way, this view that I have, it's shared now with all of the robots as well. So anything I see, like let's see I see someone inside of a building, every drone and every person now sees that person where he is. It's so crazy that I was born at the right time to actually get to build all of this stuff.
So if you're at war and one person sees you, everybody sees you. Every drone, every tank, every robot, every helicopter, every satellite, every person sitting in their bunker, whatever country you're fighting. Wild stuff. Looks like the first Terminator movie, 100%. It's a lot of, and a human couldn't even, so like if everybody is able to share everybody's view, it's just overwhelming for any one person to handle. So that's where the robots come in, because those AI models will be able to handle all of that quantum computing or whatever that's going to take. And they will be able to see everything all at once, all the time. And that's something that I don't think we can comprehend. You know what I mean? Like having a view of, many different places at the same time and be able to process it in your brain all at once is, how to deal with the situation type of thing. If he really invented that, he needs to shut up about it, right, Patty? Well, I think that there's so many levels of deception when it comes to like the military and stuff like that. But I definitely understand what you're saying. You know what I mean? Like, wouldn't want to give our secrets away type of thing. We watched that one. Okay, now here we go with more. So we watched the guy when he was with Denver miss the net, and now this is him yesterday. This is Green Bay's, and Green Bay lost by what? Just a couple points, 3 points?
First half, after Chicago had gone down the field on their opening possession to take a 3-0 lead. 55, and it's a kick that is no good this time.
And they were up 21-3 at that point.
McManus for the extra point. And that kick is the Green Bay Packers to try to make it 6-0. And the kick is no good. In first half.
So, I mean, he's missing extra points. He's just missing everything.
Chicago had gone down the field on their opening possession to take a 3-0 lead. 55, and it's a...
He kicked that one like a little wussy, too. Look at the way he approached that ball.
Possession to take a 3-0 lead. 55.
I don't know, man. What do we got here? So, the Jewish space lasers are at it again. They hit Maui, and then they hit the Palisades in California. And now they are doing it in Argentina. Go figure.
pero lo que más te duele es el alma y el corazón cuando ves a la gente que se quedó sin nada, cuando ves los animales muertos. Nosotros hacemos colecta, yo no puedo ni hablar de la angustia que tenemos, nosotros vivimos acá. Este lugar para nosotros es el paraíso y nos quemaron el paraíso, loco. Nos dejaron, arruinaron todo. Y acá lo que pasa es que están queriendo venderle la Patagonia a todos los judíos, loco. Esto se sabe hace un montón. Acá todo el mundo lo sabe, está lleno de israelitas, está todo el mundo comprando la tierra. Nadie hace nada y la única gente que pone el pecho es la gente que perdió todo. Acá nos dejaron solos. Pero lo que más...
And you know how Benjamin Netanyahu and Trump are all just diddling each other's pee-pees this whole last fucking year, just all up in each other's buttholes. And then think about how the Argentine president and that crazy fucking weirdo looking motherfucker that he was all in the White House and, you know, Mr. Rock and Roll star with the fucking weird hair and gave Elon a fucking, I don't know what the fuck they were doing. Well, that's his country. And then, of course, you know, Israel's trying to buy it up and all these people, and then they won't sell it, and then boom, so they just burn them out. There you go. Now you won't get your land back. Get the fuck out. Same playbook. Same playbook. What a rigged with the fucking flute, right? Well, this, you know, and I've been saying this going back to the football, that my prediction is that there's going to be something so fucked up. Whether, you know, just like you guys are saying right now, like, you know, just imagine that you had your money bet on whether how many field goals he was going to make or the score of the game. And it was and Thindu, I mean, and Toro, I'm sure you bet too. So, you know, I know Thindu knows this feeling. It does not sit well when it doesn't even matter if you just lose $5, you know, because especially like if it's a parlay, you know, and you have you know, or prop bet or whatever, you got a chance to win way more than $5, and then you see that, and maybe you got like 6 or 7 right, and that was the last one you needed, and then it happens like that, and then it happens like that every fucking week to somebody. That's where we're at right now. That's where we're at right now, where everybody's like, man, this is just too much to bear. FanDuel can be traded in the markets now. Yeah, it's big business. Tindy likes the flute.
And it's a kick that is no good this time. And McManus for the extra point. And that kick is the Green Bay Packers to try to make it 6-0. And the kick is no good.
What a jerk off that guy is. This is just a old clip I came across of the cast of Cheers in 1990 on the 200th episode of Arsenio Hall. Drunk as shit. These were the days.
Oh, it's wet here. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. That was not a prank. I'm sorry. The 200th pre-anniversary of Cheers. Celebrated. Yes. Celebrated underwater here. Oh, boy. I don't exactly know what to say at this point. I didn't attend Second City, and how you doing? Yeah?
Good, and you? Notice who's dry here?
Yeah.
Not one.
Oh, my. Are there any? I think every bottle is empty now. I don't. We
Uh-oh.
Girl, but...
Whoa.
Can't score.
This is the reason they've been on the air so long. This is the reason it's such a wonderful quality show. Happy 200.
Yeah.
Yep, we all love Cheers. What a show it was. Lilith looks hot, right? Though that's a recorder. The kids played that. Yeah, that's right. The recorders. I played the clarinet one year, 6th grade. Jump started a lot of careers. Yeah, Cheers is good. The theme song is amazing. I still listen to that some mornings. And it's crazy because it was the original. It talks about the trans movement. Believe it or not. Let me look it up. I always take it to weird places. See here. Roll out of bed, Mr. Coffee's dead. The morning's looking bright. And your shrink ran off to Europe and didn't even write. And your husband wants to be a girl. Be glad there's one place in the world where everybody knows your name and they're always glad you came. And your husband wants to be a girl. So there you have it. And those lyrics were written by Gary Portnoy and Judy Hart Angelo, 1983. Very interesting. When I heard that for the first time, I was like, what the fuck? What is that? What? And I had to go look it up. What do we got here? We got some, if the people from Israel see a Palestinian flag, this is how they act. Somebody with the camera they're holding up a Palestinian flag.
She just wants my phone. It's on a video. Okay.
Ma'am, calm down. Where are you guys waiting online? Here or here?
Allow him to take a picture. Why?
You have no entitlement of privacy in public, all right?
Do
me a favor and just leave.
You would rather tell them to leave.
Yeah.
Free bitches!
Israel went and genocide. They would have killed everyone there.
Can you say, oh, kill it, oh, kill it. Palestinians hate you. The real Palestinians are against you because you do nothing to help them. But don't worry, the Jews are going nowhere. They're just jealous. The only democracy will be the best.
Am Israel, go to Gaza, you'll be murdered. Did you see how they murdered the shark? Go to Greta.
Fuck your heart!
You're so proud of yourself.
How much are the days, guys? How much? War's over.
Yep. And those are the people with the money and the power, It's just about as anti-American as you can get. But, they are the ones with the power. So, Magooch, hello, good to see you. Yeah, some of them did pass on more than once. Bruce Jenner reference, possibly. Mossada driving home from the farm. Right on. Yeah, I seen your nephew posted a video. I can't remember which one it was. Catching some type of something for the turtles. I didn't get to watch that one yet. What Karens they are, yeah. Yep. They got nothing to do with America, but they're in New York City. So that's what the money that feed, the foundation of the money of this country is, it ain't us. That's for sure. They seem nice, right? Yeah. They can all just go back to where they came from, as far as I'm concerned. Well, they're white, but they don't consider themselves white, Donna. Those people the Zionists consider themselves a supreme race above all. And they literally consider some of us animals. They're very disgusting. Anti-Semitic propaganda. Exactly what it is, Joe. But it's everywhere, you know. I wish it was just all propaganda now, but it is all propaganda, but it's you know, it is a fact that the Jews own everything, and they're trying to, you know, control free speech. And then if you don't, you know, they're burning everybody out of their land. It's getting to the point where there needs to be a little pushback. So I'm starting to push back a little bit. This is the difference between an 11-year-old and an old person. Thought this was just kind of a funny video. So there went Thindu trying to tie his shoes. Like, this isn't just kind of a funny video. 2018. We've got what's his name right here. Golly, you guys know who that's the Happy Days guy. I'm drawing a blank. And then Natalie Portman.
To be here to present the award for Best Director.
And here are the all-male nominees. For The Shape of Water.
So she was just kind of calling out the fact that it's all male nominees. And I just thought that was kind of funny. And somewhere in here, there's a picture of the 4 of the directors. Mainly all Jewish pedophiles, probably. I don't even know who they are, but look at the faces. They really look like good people, and they're the directors that direct all the movies in America. Yep, you guys really look like good people. Has there even been a movie made worth watching in the last fucking 10 years, 20 years? I mean, we watched this one. Oh, I did bookmark that. This one's pretty good too. This is 3 kids dressed up as the Bee Gees.
Nobody gets too much heaven, no one gets much harder to come back. I'm waiting in line.
Thindu, you got to get Enzo to do this with his 2 friends when they get a little older.
Nobody gets too much love anymore. It's as high as a mountain and harder to climb. Got a lot of love in store, and it flows through, and it flows to me, and I love you so much more than I know. Everything we own, love is such a beautiful thing. Oh my goodness. Oh, you make my vibe a summer day. Oh, you just a
I thought that was pretty awesome. You guys didn't like that? I thought they were pretty good. You guys didn't like that? I thought that was pretty good. You guys don't like the Bee Gees? Man, come on now. That's fucking. They got to start somewhere. You know what I mean? Like that could be talent in the making. We don't have any musical talent right now. None. There is nothing but just trash out there. Who did I hear? And we played that yesterday, was Billy Corgan, the lead singer of the Smashing Pumpkins, talking about let's just go back to it real quick. You guys want to hate on that? We're gonna hate on the Buffalo Bills like you never even dreamt of in a second. Let me see if I can find that.
Times I've been approached by elements of the U.S. government to be involved in things that were just way above my pay grade. I've never talked about them in any depth publicly, but I've had experiences where I would find myself in a room with people and think, why are they talking to me? It was something out of like Eyes Wide Shut.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
And what did they say? Like
I'm not going to tell you.
Okay.
No, because I haven't talked about it. I can certainly talk about it in sort of like in a sort of a kind of a I was there kind of way.
Well, yeah.
But it's similar to when I talked about experiencing a shapeshifter on Howard Stern. It became this thing where I was hunted in airports. Please tell me the shapeshifter story. All I can say is I've experienced supernatural things, and I've experienced things where I've had elements of the U.S. government reach out to me because they somehow want to hook my influence, which is not that great, into whatever they're after. So having had personal experience of this, and of course there's lots of other insinuations, and I certainly would say, sitting here quite openly, it seems very, very obvious to me that there are elements in popular music where people have been compromised knowingly because they were offered kind of a Faustian bargain. Pick door number one and we're going to push you to the moon. Because in music, and this is certainly my area of expertise, there are people who are protected and they get every benefit of that protection. And I know it because I know the game, because I've lived it. And there are other people where they decide to press a button and throw them off the ship. Now, it might be because they're engaging in bad behavior, and we talked a little bit about that. But in other cases, I think just because they won't do the bidding that people want them to do. You can believe me or you can't. But I can say, sitting here, that I've been in the room with some of the most famous people in the world. I've been, invited to the White House 2 times to have meetings that were, essentially off the record meetings. Why? So if you want to call me crazy or wacky or talk about my...
Can you say which presidency this was?
It was during the Bush administration.
So unfortunately, that video had nothing to do with what we were just... It's not the video that I wanted. So you guys are probably wondering, what the fuck is he talking about? We're just going to move on. There was another video where he was talking about how the Rock performances have dropped off a cliff. But anyway, check this out. Ladies, you can get your nails done, and there is a company in Florida called Eye Polish. If you've not heard of this, just revealed smart color changing press-on nails, where you can choose between over 400 shades in 5 seconds.
You now have control of your color. Instead of using one color with an eye polish bottle, what you can now do is you have 400 colors that you can change anytime, anywhere. You wake up in the morning and you have a beige outfit for work, you change your color of your nails to beige. At night, you go out on a date, you have a red dress up, you change your color of your nails to red. You can do that thousands of times, over and over, on demand, whenever you want. All you need is our nails and an iPhone app.
It's incredible. It's one of the first ever digital manicures, and the thing I hate about getting my nails done is that by the time they're done, I don't like the color, I want to change, I picked the wrong color at the salon. So being able to change whatever you want just seems like it's really adaptive.
So I don't know, I've never, other than letting my granddaughter do my nails, I've never had my nails done, so I don't know. I can change the oil in my car with those nails. Nice. This fella is going to be a billionaire. I mean, it actually means deep, intense thought and deep memory searching. I can't. No, we already did that one. So, what do you got? The guys thinks it's a good idea, but the girls probably think it's like Donna thinks it's a good idea. So we get mixed reviews. Some people say not for them. Some people keep it in China, please. This is so helpful to me when I'm getting ready to work. Ooh, ah. Ooh, ooh. For you, Joe, that yeah, I don't know if it's a kind of a novelty thing. But yeah, I think, definitely it'd be popular amongst the younger kids for sure. You think it's a moneymaker. You didn't say that you agree with it. I get it for sure. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't think they'll ever take away a nail, like nail ladies are always going to have, unless maybe they have a robot that can do your nails, but, and they probably already do, I would imagine. Don't they already probably have a thing where you can design it on the computer exactly how you want it and then just stick your finger in the thing and then it just makes it? I'm sure they have all that already. I'm not up to date on the nail technology, but so we watched all these. We watched those. We watched that. We watched that. We watched that. We watched that. And that. And that. And that. And that. And now we are on to this.
Back facing wall with.
This is just something from the pyramid. It's just neither here nor there. I just found it kind of interesting.
The cemetery is. And look what I found. It's like a cave full of crystals. I'm not sure what crystal. It could be mica. But you can see it growing. And there's a lot of it. Yeah, the crystal caves. So if you can get inside here, look how thick it is. Look at it growing. These are just full. Look, it's a crystal vein going all the way through. Look at that. Oh wow, there's more. Multiple layers of crystals. Another one there, another one there. That's super cool. Look how thick they are going through here. Look. These amazing crystals. Just outside the pyramids. Seems to be so many of them too. Look. Look at this. Shiny crystal. So many layers of it. How cool is that? I'd imagine those are the minerals separating as they permeate through the rocks. Very interesting. And just how thick they are as well.
Yep, definitely lots of wonders over there. Let's see here. I wonder how much those
Here I am.
See if I can find those. What did they call those? Eye nails or something? Or it's called eye polish. The eye polish smart nail system costs $95 for a starter kit, which includes the color changing wand and two sets of press-on nails with individual replacement nail sets priced around $650 each. So there you have it. If anybody's interested in purchasing one, maybe they'll be the first sponsor of the Mossada Files eye polish. You know what I mean? I don't know. A great show today, Mossada. Thank you. I appreciate that. I can see the younger ones trying it for sure. I wouldn't take anything from the desert around the pyramids, though. Bad juju. I'd be tempted, though. Yeah, definitely an interesting place to go visit. A lot of mystery over there. This dumbass blows himself up for whatever reason. Let me stick a lighter in there to see if I can get it to blow up. Oh, there you go. Do some stupid shit, and stupid shit happens. I don't know why I showed that video, but this is Grimes, which she has 3 kids by Elon Musk.
Yeah. Overall, I think there's quite a bit of abdication of responsibility around like what are we going to do as people's jobs start being taken fairly aggressively. Luckily, there's a massive population drop coming, so maybe everything is just fate and it's going to work out okay. But I feel like we might get like very, very, very good AI across every pillar of art before there aren't any more people to make art.
So you wrote, "We appreciate power."
Yeah. Overall, I think there's quite a...
So you heard what she said, basically that, luckily there's a massive population drop coming, because of all the jobs that are being taken so aggressively from people. I don't know. I've been to Giza. The pyramids are great, but the place is an anticlimax. Yeah, that's what I feel like. That's kind of what I feel like. That, if you were rich, you could go over there, but, I wouldn't want to it probably would be very anticlimactic. So, yeah, you can believe her or not. I don't know. I mean, and yeah, that guy was an idiot, right? And, but I'm sure Grimes had some really interesting conversations with Elon Musk. She had to have. They have 3 kids together. So, Maguchi seemed like a nice boy, right? Well, I think he learned a life lesson there, Here's a quick little, for those of you interested in the Candace Owens thing. I mean, it just keeps getting more and more crazy. There's a reason why they blurred all the videos of Charlie Kirk getting shot. Well, there's a reason why they let us see all the blood squirt out of his neck, but then every other video of every person in the crowd is like got some type of grainy, they went and fucked with it, resized it, reframed it or whatever. So you can't see like clearly what's going on. There's a reason why they did that, because of the people that were involved in killing Charlie Kirk. And Mikey McCoy is no exception. If you guys know who he is, Rob McCoy's son. And I'm just going to play this video. You may not know what's going on, but I'm just going to play it from my own records.
He walked. He walked so you could run. Oh my gosh. But yeah, that glance that they exchange is something else. I mean, here, I'm just going to run it one more time. Please don't play the music. Music's absolutely terrible. Let me zoom in on this really quick. Just a little zoom here. Get a little closer. Not really much. But yeah, they exchange that glance.
That's supposed to be Charlie Kirk's best friend right there, Mikey McCoy. And so his best friend gets just fucking capped right there, and he just turns around and walks away. That's because he was involved in the assassination.
And he even nods. Here, let me go back on that. You see Mikey nods, and then Dan nods back. Let me just do that one more time. Mikey's looking at him to get his attention. He's looking right at him. Then they connect. Mikey nods. Then Dan nods. Wow. Very, very interesting, man. I've never seen that. This lady, Selena Ann, she shared it. Never seen her before. I'll give that a follow.
And that is right before he gets killed. And that's, that dude, it's his best friend, man. It's his best friend. And he
just a little zoom here. And then Dan.
It's amazing. And we know what best friends are capable of doing, how fucked up they can be. Your best friend, and he it's always about the money and the power and the girl. What a motherfucker, man. What a motherfucker. Mikey McCoy, I hope you get what's coming to you, my guy. I really do. Fraggle Rock debuted 43 years ago yesterday, I think. I love that, Donna. I always say, am I missing something? Am I missing something here? But I like that too. Let me get this straight. Yeah, this was one of my favorite shows. I love this show. I got to start it over. I fucked up.
Fraggle Rock.
Down in Fraggle Rock. What's up, Todd Father? Hello, everyone. Going to get snacks for the game. Really? You've got 2 hours and 25 minutes till the game starts. Good luck to the Bills. Osada, maybe it was like a nod, like, I got lunch today, pal. Yep, that's exactly what it was, Magoots. I got Denny's after this. Denny's is on me. It's just insane. It is such the ultimate betrayal. But if you follow the Candace Owens show, that Charlie Kirk and her were very close friends too, and he shared a lot of personal information with Candace about his dreams, and he knew he was going to die young. He said it over and over and over again, and that Candace was the chosen one. That she, one text in particular she just shared a couple of days ago that he was going to die early, but it was to save humanity, and but that at the end of the day she was the chosen one. He was very prophetic. There are certain people out there that they just, they're just given a gift from God. And, we're all going to die someday anyway. So some people are just go out, bright stars burn out fast. And he's definitely one of them, 32 in snow here. Osada, maybe it's like, have we read that one? Yeah, definitely a nod. Hey, Todd, what's cooking? I have to move to Florida. It was 32 this morning, but extremely cold there. Damn. None of these people are afraid of what waits for them after they die. They are so horrible. Yeah. It's been so beautiful since Christmas. It hasn't rained once and been 75, 80 every day. Yeah, it's crazy. My buddy in Arizona, it's getting down to normal temperatures there, and he'll be like bundled up like he's in the Arctic. When it's be like 9 o'clock, he'll call me. He looks like he's fucking in Siberia or something. He's like, "Oh, I'm so pissed off. It's 59 degrees or it's 57 degrees." Like, shut up, dude. You don't even get fucking 57 as a high over here anymore. But that's what happens when, you get spoiled like that. Viral clip shows a woman calling to take people in. So here we have some libs. Oh, yes, let's take in the Somalians. Let's take in all the refugees. Okay, well, you know what? Why don't you personally take them in?
Trump is banning immigration from Somalia. What are your thoughts about that?
I think it's terrible.
Why?
I just think that there's a lot of bad things going on in Somalia, and we should be taking people in war-torn countries in.
We should be taking them in. We're trying to get people today to sign up to take in a Somali migrant. Would you be able to do that?
I don't know. I'm not sure if I could or not. I don't live in New York.
Well, that's okay. Where do you live?
Massachusetts.
We could send them to Massachusetts if that's all right. Could we get your name, email address, and then how many you'd be able to take in?
I couldn't do that without talking to my husband first. I might be open to it.
You might be open to it?
But I would want to have more information first.
Okay. Could we just get your information just in case
Only because I don't know who you are.
Oh, I'm Matt Miller.
Yeah, no, I get that, but I do it through an organization.
Okay. President Trump says he's stopping immigration from Somalia. What are your thoughts about that?
We need immigration as a country. It's insane, the arbitrary stops that he's putting in on all these countries.
You think America should accept in third world immigrants? He shouldn't stop it?
Always have. We should.
Let me ask you, we're trying to find people to take in a migrant from Somalia. Would you be able to give us just your email and how many you would like to take?
I wouldn't be available to do that at this time.
You wouldn't be available?
No. I live in Michigan. I can't do that right now.
Okay. I mean, we could send them to Michigan if that's all right. We're just trying to get, you don't want to do it?
Not at this time.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Sure, of course not. Bring in the Somali pirates, right? Immigration, so you have to take them in. Exactly. Yep. Everybody wants to give their opinion until... I'm going to skip that one. Just Trump.
Him yesterday. And, he's been very hostile to us and to the nation and to me, called me a dictator and lots of other things. Called Biden some terrible names, far worse than he called me. But he called yesterday through people, and he wants to meet, and that's fine with me. I've made up with people also, So we're going to have a meeting with him. We had a very good conversation. The people of Colombia are incredible people. Marco would know that better than anybody because he's married to a woman from Colombia. And I don't mean Columbia University. That would be, I'm not sure. I think I like Columbia, the country, better. If you want to know the truth, the people, hold it. The people are great people. I look forward to meeting with them. We're going to meet in the very near future. Them, yes.
Yeah, and Tommy is Marco Rubio's campaign manager. I don't know if you guys knew that or not, but Tommy went on a campaign for Marco Rubio yesterday or the day before. Everywhere you look, he's saying that Marco Rubio is going to be the next president for some reason. So that's who he's endorsing. I think he is being paid by, I think he's a campaign manager, actually. So I'll have to find out about that. Most of the immigrants that have immigrated to the U.S. legally have contributed, but these don't want to contribute and bleed you dry. I think movie with Tom Hanks and the Somalian pirates ruined their chances. Yeah. You know what's funny about the word immigrant? I'm always big on words. If you take, and I'll write it in the chat. How do you spell immigrant? Immigrant. But it comes out to I'm a grant. Because this is how I view it. You know, like as money changes hands, and like say China, if we buy everything from China, and you know, they have all of our money. What do they do with that money? You know what I mean? Like, how can they? Once they get all of it, what good is it? You know, how do they spend it? And I think that the way that countries are able to balance themselves out is through immigration. It's like we're all money, you know, we all have a value. And so you're a grant given to another country. We can't pay our bills. Here's some workers. Here's some voters. Here's some whatever. You know what I mean? It always comes down to political and money and all that. That's just my take on it. You know, there's always levels to everything. But if you're an immigrant, you're a grant. You are a grant to another country. What else do we have here? So this says the Black Panthers know their rights. Okay. Well, you know your rights, and you know that you can stand on the corner with a gun, with your hand in a certain position. But why would you do that? I'm just curious.
I can hold my gun like this. It's the law. Philadelphia Crime Code 6108 says I can hold my long arm in my hand. Just can't hit my finger on the trigger, but it's not. So don't ask me to do nothing that's against the law. Can I help you? I'm not here minding my business. I'm out here to control and watch you. Anything else? Because you guys like beating up our teammates. Somebody sent us a video of y'all beating up teenagers. Huh? It was y'all. You're a police officer. You part of that. It was y'all. It was y'all. You don't like to be labeled in with slave catchers. You shouldn't have taken their whole sellout. You are a sellout. You wearing their shit. You are a sellout. You ain't protecting shit. You got to do whatever they tell you to, including hurt your people. Because you're walking up to me and I don't like you and I don't trust you and I don't got no conversation with you. So unless you're investigating the crime, leave me the fuck alone. I don't care. I got a gun license right here. This is legal. Philadelphia Crime Code 6108. Move your car out of people's way and get the fuck out of my face. Thank you, officer. Have a good day. You have a bad one. Sellout. Fuck out of here. You smiling for a sellout? Do you know where you came from? Slave catchers hired you to help catch their property, which was us. Slave catcher patrol is the origin of that bag. You bitch ass nigga. The fuck out of here. Go where you're needed. We don't need your help. Get out the fucking street. Like your supervisor said, get out the fucking street. Get out the fucking street. Go with him. Go with him. Get out the fucking street. You blocking traffic. Get out the fucking street. Get the fuck out the street. Thought you was gonna disarm.
So, I don't know. You know, how do you think the Turkish people get all these gas stations with rupees? Yeah, 100%, Magooch. And that guy is looking to get shot. Gen X says he loves that. Well, I mean, everybody has their own take on it. Very volatile. It's a complicated issue. You know, the thing is that those guys are, I think, very, that it's dangerous for any normal person, especially a young black male, to think that they could get away with doing that. Even if they did have concealed carry or everything, they were all legit. I don't recommend that. I don't even recommend. I always tell people don't even go out and hold a sign because they will Renee Good you. I mean, that's what can happen. It's not good to test the police with a gun. Oof, I don't recommend that. Fuck around and find out police are going to start showing up more often. Yes, I agree. This video is kind of funny. There's no explanation needed here.
You don't like ice? I bet you like ice in your soda. Watch out for that fresh air. My daughter smoke right here, you know? Hey, you looking at? Oh! You don't like ice?
So we'll just move on. We have David Letterman here.
What about those idiots at CBS? The CBS News is a wreck.
Boy, they ruined
it's just
it.
gone. CBS News for decades, going back to World War II, before World War II, they would be, Ed Murrow would be broadcasting the Blitz of London from the rooftop of buildings in London for CBS Radio. And it was that mentality that drove the integrity of CBS News that has been trampled on, pissed on, and eviscerated by these idiots that have taken it over.
Yep.
And I'm at a point now where it really is hurting my feelings because I'm sick and tired of people saying, oh, wait till those midterms. Kids, we're far downstream of the midterms having any effect on this. What about those idiots at CBS?
And he's right. Barry Weiss, who runs CBS, she is a complete, you guys know who she is, right? Who Barry Weiss is that runs CBS. She's a complete, I mean, you just have to go watch her podcast on Joe Rogan. I can't remember what she called Tulsi Gabbard, but she's such a gaslighter. The word she uses, I can't stand that shit. So he's 100% right. And we all have our own opinions about Letterman, but let's see here. I campaigned one time for a local guy here in California. I'll never do it again. Yeah, I'm never campaigning for anybody. Because same thing with Trump. Like when he got shot on January 13th of 2024. A lot of people that I knew over here were saying, "Oh, too bad they missed," and all this fucking horrible shit. And I fucking printed out a bunch of Trump stickers and put them on my lemonade cups. And I made a Facebook post that said that if anybody wants a Trump sticker on their lemonade, it's free. I'll do it for free all the way up to the election, just to support the fact that, I was fucking pissed. And I lost 150 followers within like 24 hours. Customers, real customers, because of that. And I do it again, but, it's just, as far as like trying to campaign for, they don't give a fuck about us. We all know that. Letterman looking like a Welsh lighthouse keeper. Yes. Yeah, I don't know what's up with the beard, man. Call me naive, but Marco Rubio comes across as an intelligent and good man. Well, there's levels to everything. It's not just, that's what's dangerous is, when they're well-spoken and, every hair is in place. You got to wonder about them, Yeah. I'm not a fan of Marco Rubio, but I don't put my political opinions out here because I really don't. My opinion of politics is it's all bullshit. Like, if you really want to know the truth, like, my true opinion is presidents aren't elected, they're selected. It's an auction and it goes to the highest bidder. That's just the way it works, in my opinion. Everybody has their own opinion. I don't trust any politician either. All right, I got to get going. We got about 10 more minutes. That's what Trump said about Greenland. I think we might have already played this, but we'll play it one more time.
Right now, we are going to do something on Greenland, whether they like it or not, because if we don't do it, Russia or China will take over Greenland, and we're not going to have Russia or China as a neighbor. Okay? I would like to make a deal, the easy way. But if we don't do it the easy way, we're going to do it the hard way. Right now.
So there you have it. Like it or not, that's what it is. Here is Bill Gates in New York City being just a normal human being. What a guy.
All right.
You know what I think, what my true opinion is? Because we all know that there's fake meat coming right around the corner. It's already out there. I already have this theory, and this just proves it to me personally, my own opinion. I think that he is at that window because that place is selling his fake meat, and he personally wants to verify that you cannot tell the difference. He wants to experience it and smell it and taste it and feel the people around it for himself. And I think that's what he's doing. He's not there just getting a fucking hot dog. I think that even like that this is my opinion, I think that there's entire meat markets out there that are selling fucking fake meat. That they can even make butcher shops look like that they have beef products in there when in fact it's all bioengineered fucking whatever the fuck it is. But that's what we got now. So it's my opinion. All I know is it fucking creeps me to my core to see this guy. I wouldn't want him anywhere near my fucking food stand. I know that.
Great. Good. Coming around.
They're gonna do something over here with this hot dog.
They're gonna do something over here with this hot dog. Bill Gates is a dangerous person to mankind. Yes, he will push it to all the poor people. I think he wants the elite on Earth. Yeah. Yep, they're definitely doing a good job of getting rid of us too. So this one I found kind of interesting. It says, when you are finally invested in a show, but then two guys start kissing out of nowhere.
No! Yeah! Jesus! Ah! Fuck!
I know that feeling because I went through that myself in real life with that show, The Ozarks. Because I never watch TV or I don't watch movies. I don't watch any TVs, none of that shit. But whenever The Ozarks came out, everybody was talking about how good it was, and then I heard Jason Bateman was in it, which I was a fan of Jason Bateman from like the Hogan's Family and all that. And then it sounded like all conspiratorial, the Ozarks, and I was like, man, this show's right up my alley. So I fucking ordered Netflix specifically to watch that. And in the very first episode, there two dudes were start fucking doing it. And that's exactly was my reaction. I wanted to fucking throw the TV out the fucking window. I was so fucking pissed off. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, what the fuck? And I never watched it again. That was it. That was the last fucking second I ever watched the Ozarks. And then I ordered Netflix again like the next year for Cobra Kai, which is the only reason why I had Netflix. I would order it and then binge watch Cobra Kai and then cancel Netflix the next month. And I did that for like 2 seasons. And then Cobra Kai sucked so bad once they went to Netflix. I just said, fuck it. I can't do it anymore. Because it was on YouTube Red the first year. And then the second year they went to Netflix. And I was like, fuck it. This sucks. Yeah, me too, Donna. It's just fucking gross. It's just bullshit. So that's why I don't watch that shit. I don't watch TV. Don't need it in my life. So if you guys don't know, this military guy from Venezuela said that they used some type of super technology on them. Because there was a bunch of Venezuelan soldiers that were killed. But the story goes is that they didn't hear anything. All of a sudden, there was a whole bunch of drones in the sky. Then a couple helicopters appeared, and about 20 guys propelled down to the ground. They're shooting guns that fire insane amounts of bullets per round, per minute. And then they launch some type of sonic wave at the soldiers that makes their fucking nose bleeds. They start puking. It feels like their head's going to explode. So whether that's true or not, I don't know.
A security guard that was protecting Maduro has spoken, and you got to hear what he said. It's in Spanish, but I'll translate. Also, Trump announced that, the cartels, they're going after him in Mexico. The whole vibe of Latin America has changed because of what happened in Venezuela. And now that we're getting firsthand accounts from people that were there, the soldier says they didn't hear him coming. He says the Americans had technology superior to anything they've ever seen. Everything that they were using for radar, for anything, was completely taken offline. They had drones, and the drones were taking out bases and taking out things faster. They didn't have no technology. They've never had to fight against drones. He also talks about that there was only 8 helicopters. There was only 20 men that were sent in. And those 20 men killed hundreds of their men. And none of those soldiers were injured. He talks about it felt like they were firing 300 rounds a minute. Nothing they've ever seen, nothing that they can compete with. And then he also talks to the fact that the Americans had some kind of sonic shock boom that was sent out, and everybody immediately started bleeding profusely out of their nose. They couldn't even gather themselves because whatever was sent at them made them fall to their knees and vomit blood out of their mouth and out of their noses. They were incapacitated immediately. He says he never wants to go through that again, doesn't want to have to fight with the Americans again. He's sending warnings to everybody out there that you think you can fight the Americans. You don't even know what their weaponry is like and what they're capable of. 20 men took out hundreds, and that's starting to spread all through Latin America. And now they're not saying, if you want me, come and get me anymore. They're like, oh shit. Especially after Trump says, hey, Mexico, you're on the list too.
That's crazy.
A security guard that was
crazy stuff. Let's see. They show guys kissing in adverts now. Yep. And you can bet on it now. There was a guy that won the $300,000 for if 2 gay guys would kiss on camera on New Year's Eve. You can bet on stuff like that on that thing called, I think it's called Poly Market or something. I've never been to it, but I keep hearing more and more about it. Like you can bet on all kinds of weird shit. Joe, that is why I stopped watching TV about 10 years ago. It is. It's horrible. Let's see what... I'm going to skip this one. This guy invented a machine that burns water. He separates the hydrogen and the oxygen.
Professor in Atlanta, USA, has just announced an impressive invention. A stove that does not use gasoline, oil, or gas, but only uses water to create fire. This stove operates based on the principle of separating water, H2O, into 2 components, hydrogen and oxygen. Then the hydrogen gas is burned, creating a powerful source of energy enough to cook or use for many other purposes. What's more special, this invention is not only environmentally friendly, but also has extremely low operating costs. Water, an available and easily renewable resource, can replace the polluting fossil fuels that we are dependent on. The professor hopes that this stove will open a new direction for the use of clean energy in daily life.
So I don't even know if that video is real or not. If it is, I'm sure that guy will end up dead soon by the oil companies. But Gerard, hello, good to see you, sir. How are you doing? We are getting ready to end the show. Actually, it's 8 o'clock, and I have to go out and sell today. What else do we have here? War on Big Pharma. Something's wrong with Trump's hands. Whoopi Goldberg. You guys remember the Where's the Beef?
Certainly is a big bun. It's a very big bun. Big fluffy bun. It's a very big fluffy bun. Where's the beef?
Some hamburger places give you a lot less beef on a lot of bun.
Where's the beef?
At Wendy's, we serve a hamburger we modestly call a single. And Wendy's single has more beef than the Whopper or Big Mac. At Wendy's, you get more beef and less bun.
Hey, where's the beef? I don't think there's anybody back there.
You want something better. You're Wendy's kind of people.
Those commercials were a huge deal for a while. Lindsey Graham being booed. Okay, this one's pretty crazy. I got to play this one. Kristi Noem, you know, she's the head of the Department of Homeland Security, basically writes the laws for deportation.
How many United States military veterans have you deported?
Sir, we have not deported U.S. citizens or military veterans.
I don't believe you served in the military. I haven't either, but I think you and I can agree that as Americans, we owe everything to those who have served our country in uniform, particularly those who have served in combat. Do you agree with that?
Sir, I believe that people that are in this United States that are citizens have legal status here.
Madam Secretary, we are joined on Zoom by a gentleman named Se-Jun Park. He is a United States Army combat veteran who was shot twice while serving our country in Panama in 1989. He is a combat veteran, a Purple Heart recipient. He has sacrificed more for this country than most people ever have. Earlier this year, you deported him to Korea, a country he hasn't lived in since he was 7 years old. Will you join me in thanking Mr. Park for his service to our country?
Sir, I'm grateful for every single person that has served our country and follows our laws.
Can you please tell Mr. Park why you deported him?
Every one of them needs to be inferred.
Madam Secretary, the man behind you, please stand up, sir. His name is Jim Brown from Troy, Missouri. He is a Navy combat veteran who served our country in the Gulf War. He's married to a woman named Donna, who came to our country legally from Ireland when she was 11 years old. She has lived here for 48 years. Because of you, Jim's wife, Donna, has been in prison for the last 4 months. She did not come here illegally. She is currently in prison and facing deportation. Ms. Noem, will you thank Mr. Brown for his service to our country?
Thank you, Mr. Brown, for your service to our country.
Now, what possible explanation can there be for locking up his wife for 4 months when she has committed no crime? Will you commit again to just reviewing Donna's case and reuniting this combat veteran with his beloved wife, who also loves this country?
I will review the case.
Now, Madam Secretary, you've already heard the story of Lance Corporal Alejandro Barranco, the United States Marine veteran who is behind you, who also has 2 brothers who are United States Marines. Will you thank Lance Corporal Barranco for his service?
Thank you for your service.
His father, Narcisco Barranco, is a landscaper in California who has lived peacefully in our country for 30 years and has no criminal record. Last spring, while he was mowing the lawn at an IHOP, ICE agents tackled him in the street and imprisoned him for weeks. A peaceful, hard-working man who raised 3 sons to be United States Marines. We need men of that character in this country. Again, as Secretary, you have broad discretion. Will you consider Lance Corporal Barranco's father for parole in place to stay in our country, owing to the fact that he has contributed to our country by raising 3 United States Marines? He raised 3 United States Marines.
Facilitate that.
He has been living here peacefully, doing his job for 30 years. You have discretion. You are choosing not to use it. Madam Secretary, you promised America that you would go after the worst of the worst. But these people are not the worst of the worst. A Purple Heart recipient, a military spouse, the father of 3 Marines, And it's not just veterans and military families. You are locking up and deporting children with cancer, mothers with babies in the NICU, United States citizens. There are many problems with your leadership, but the biggest problem is this. You don't seem to know how to tell the difference between the good guys and the bad guys. Go after the bad guys. Go after the terrorists. Do not go after veterans, Marines, children,
Gentlemen's
United
time's
States
expired.
citizens. I yield back.
Time's expired.
Interesting. But they aren't here. They are not here illegally. And if you've been here 30 years, you've had plenty of time to do it legally, haven't you? I mean, and, you know, as we start to lose more and more jobs to AI, there's going to be less and less compassion for that. So I don't even really have an opinion on it myself. Yeah, but these people are not here legally. Isn't that the point? No, that's it. That's it, Don. I mean, we got to take out the emotion out of it because, you know, yeah, I understand. Thank you for your service. However, that doesn't mean you can't commit crimes. That doesn't mean that you can't help facilitate the shipment of fentanyl into the country with drug cartels. We need to know who you are. You have to be an American citizen. You can't just come here and just say, oh, I work, you know, I'm a law-abiding landscaper for 30 years. You know, I served, I got a Purple Heart. Okay, that's great. Where's your documentation? You know, we've got too many crimes being, you know, we have people literally being stabbed in the throat and people being lit on fire. And we need to know who you are. It's just, we do. And by the way, I would also like to know your religious affiliation before I vote for you as president of the United States. Just me personally. So, let's see here. What else do we got? Because I do got to get going. I think that's going to be the last one. I appreciate everybody hanging out. Dean Cain, who is Superman, is joining ICE. Last video.
So now I've spoken with some officials over at ICE, and I will be sworn in as an ICE agent ASAP. So they'll have 80,001 recruits for their 10,000 positions.
Well, they can't have a better guy than Dean Cain. Are you going to be hopping out of ICE fans and apprehending guys?
I will do whatever Director Lyons wants me to do. If that's what it takes, absolutely. I somehow doubt I'll be in that position, but I would be there in a heartbeat. These brave men and women need someone to stand up for them. So rarely, you know, these days are we seeing that. Someone like Daniel Penny stands up, he gets vilified. Dan Bongino steps up, gives up $5 million a year, and goes and takes his position at the FBI. This is the kind of thing where people have to step up. I'm stepping up. Hopefully, a whole bunch of other former officers, former ICE agents will step up, and we'll meet those recruitment goals immediately, and we'll help protect.
Yeah, and you know, and everybody has their opinion about that kind of stuff, but as the jobs are getting taken away so aggressive in the United States, I mean, it's global, but at least, you know, we just care about us right now for this topic. And ICE is offering $10,000 signing bonuses or whatever they're offering in their pay. You can't blame somebody for wanting to take that job. It's not even about, I mean, it is about wanting to be a patriot and supporting your country, of course, but at the same time, it's just, you know, people need to make money. People, you know, so is this by design? Is it by design? Maybe. I mean, it kind of looks like it is a little bit, but at the same time, I can't, you know, I'm not going to fault anybody for becoming an ICE agent. Everybody needs to make money. So here's what it is. Thank you guys for all hanging out. I'm going to get making strawberry shortcakes and Dubai strawberry cups and chocolate strawberries so I can go out and sell it all today at the country market. And there's a truck coming out there with me called the Bun and Press. They have all kinds of like cool looking sandwiches and coffee. There's going to be an iced coffee truck out there. So I'm excited. Have a good one. Go Bills. Let me put this in the chat for Thindu. Whether I really mean that or not, is my heart really into it when I say go Bills? you guys can decide. Who knows? Thanks, Osada. Always so much fun to talk with everyone. Hope you do well in sales. Thank you, Patty. I appreciate it. Great chat. Have a great day, everyone. Yes. Great chat. Everyone take care. Donna, Patty, Joe, CG2, Grateful, Magooch. You guys are the main ones up there. Toro, Tommy, Thindu, all you guys. Todd Father. We will see you. Have a good one. Just mushed my time. Just mushed my team. Yep. Well, I was going to bet $5 on the Bills and $5 on the Jaguars just to double jinx it. But you're lucky I don't have time today. All right, guys, have a good one. See you later. I was about to say see you over at Tommy's, but he's already been on. Peace out.